President Yoon is now back in Seoul after state visits to Saudi Arabia and Qatar. The six-day trip included massive deals and investment pledges for infrastructure, automobiles, and smartphones. Here's our Kim Do-yeon for a wrap-up of the visits.
President Yoon Suk Yeol landed at Seoul Air Base on Thursday morning after his two-state visits to Saudi Arabia and Qatar. It is the first time that a South Korean president has visited either country for a state visit. The numbers show the weight of the six-day trip. In Riyadh, 51 deals and memorandums of understanding worth $15.6 billion were signed. And in Qatar, around a dozen deals and MOUs were signed, adding up to $4.6 billion. The top office, tying this with the state visit to UAE earlier this year, dubbed this new era of cooperation as the Middle East 2.0.
With this trip, a playing field of more than $70 billion has been made in the Middle East since Yoon's inauguration, to expand the market for the people and companies of South Korea for a more abundant future to come more quickly is the reason why President Yoon went to the region of hot deserts.
As previously reported, some specific notable deals include the contract between the state-run Korean National Oil Corp and Saudi Arabia's state-run oil giant Saudi Aramco to create a joint crude oil reserve of 5.3 million barrels in the South Korean city of Ulsan. In Qatar, a $3.9 billion contract was made between South Korea's HC Hyundai Heavy Industries and Qatar's state-owned petroleum company Qatar Energy for the construction of 17 LNG carriers. And other deals expanded into new sectors not normally associated with the Middle East. In fact, the majority of the deals came from new industries such as smart farms, AI, and electric vehicle production, as both Saudi Arabia and Qatar prepare for the post-oil economy with Saudi Vision 2030 and Qatar National Vision 2030.
South Korea and Middle Eastern countries building ships and EVs together and drawing a map of new industries was hard to imagine in the past. These are big changes and we rate this as a remarkable outcome.
Another highlight of the trip was when President Yoon Suk Yeol arrived at Future Investment Initiative, personally driven to the event by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The surprise move included the Crown Prince telling President Yoon that next time they get in a car together, he hopes it is a Hyundai EV produced in Saudi Arabia, referring to the new Hyundai Kia EV plant to be made after a deal during Yoon's trip. Meanwhile, on the trip with President were 139 business leaders from South Korea as President Yoon attended business forum in both countries. Also, as he does on overseas trips, Yoon took the time to meet college students, emphasizing bilateral people-to-people exchanges and motivating the young generation to contribute to global prosperity. Kim Do-yeon, Arirang News.